What's up, inspired drummers? Welcome to the second to last RFF of the year. Let's go ahead and shake our drum up and see what our final rhythm is going to be. Here's the final rhythm for today, analyzed in 12/8. I added 30-second notes and 30-second note triplets to our choice so we can have a little bit more flair with these fills. So for beat 1, we have 2 16th notes landing on 1 and the end of 1. For beat 2, we have 6 30-second note triplets. So that'll be 2 triplet and of 2 triplet. So altogether it's 2 triplet and triplet. For beat 3, we have a 16th note rest followed by a 16th note on the and of 3. Beat 4, we have 3 16th note triplets giving us 4 triplet. Beat 5, we have a 16th note triplet rest followed by an 8th note triplet on the trip of 5. And then for beat 6, we have an 8th note triplet on the downbeat of 6 and then a 16th note triplet on the let of 6. So let's go ahead and hear what the first 6 beats will sound like. 10, 11, 12. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4 triplet, 5 triplet, 6 triplet. For beat 7, we have 2 16th notes landing on 7 and. We have a 16th note rest on the downbeat of 8, and then another 16th note on the and of 8. After that, we have an 8th note triplet rest starting on the downbeat of 9. So that's going to rest for 9 and the trip of 9. Then we have an 8th note triplet on the let of 9. So that's going to start on the let and carry over all the way to beat 10. After that, we have 3 16th note triplets starting on the trip of 10 and then the let of 10. Finally, we end with an 8th note on the downbeat of 11 and then 2 16th notes starting on the downbeat of 12, which will give us 12 and. So let's go ahead and hear what beats 7 through 12 will sound like. 4, 5, 6. 7 and 8 and 9 triplet, 10 triplet, 11 and 12 and. Now here's the entire rhythm. 10, 11, 12. 1 and 2 triplet, 3 and 4 triplet, 5 triplet, 6 triplet, 7 and 8 and 9 triplet, 10 triplet, 11 and 12 and. All right, let's go ahead and throw this thing on the drum set and see what we get. We're going to play the high tom on the first 16th note of beat 1, and then snare drum on the second 16th note, or the and of 1. For the first 2 30-second note triplets starting on the downbeat of 2, we're going to play hi-hat. For the third and the fourth one, we're going to play bass drum, and then for the fifth and sixth one, we're going to play floor tom. After that, we rest for beat 3, and then on the and of 3, we're going to come in with open hi-hat and bass drum. For the first 16th note triplet of beat 4, we're going to play open hi-hat again and then snare drum. For the second one, we'll play open hi-hat and bass drum, and then for the third 16th note triplet, we're going to play open hi-hat and snare drum. We're going to play the trip of 5 on the high tom, the downbeat of 6 on the snare drum, and the let of 6 on the floor tom. It's a lot to absorb, but let's go ahead and hear what beats 1 through 6 will sound like. We're going to play 7 and the and of 7 on the snare drum, the and of 8 on the high tom, and the let of 9 on the floor tom. The trip and the let of 10 will be on the snare drum. The 8th note on the downbeat of 11 will go on the high tom, and the last 2 16th notes on beat 12 will go on the floor tom. So let's go ahead and hear what beat 7 through the end of the rhythm will sound like. All right, now let's play the entire fill. That fill was tricky, but it's good to use as an exercise to switch between double and triple all in one fill. If you like it, record yourself playing it and send the video to any of the Inspired Drumming social media accounts. I'd love to show you off. We have one more RFF next week. So excited to see you. Stay inspired.